Welcome back to the Dune Minute Podcast. Oh, I just burped.
Leave it in. Fuck it.
Welcome back to the Dune Minute Podcast, your daily podcast to dive minute by minute into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's World of Dune. I am going to leave that in, by the way. So, I'm one of your hosts, Zach.
Like the whole first attempt and then you doing it again?
Yeah.
All right.
All of it.
Well, I'm John.
Less editing for me. We are back today to start talking about minutes 77 through 78. It starts with, Leto waking up and it ends with a person dead.
Ends with a body.
Ends with a body. Yep.
Yep.
Something I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
Is I had a little joke that I couldn't figure out exactly where to sprinkle in here. So I'm just going to say it right at the top.
Right at the top.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I wanted to kind of say something about how one of us is a very light sleeper and the other is not. Referencing specifically the time that I walked into your apartment.
Oh,
to get something. Your small ass studio apartment.
Yeah,
was like feet away from your bed.
I had to borrow your keys for your Jeep one night or whatever.
And you were asleep because it was early in the morning.
Yep.
And I was just like feet away from your bed. It was a studio apartment, so I wasn't just like in your room. And
my apartment was my room.
Yeah. And you're just fast asleep.
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker does not wake up for anything.
No.
I, on the other hand, am kind of like Leto here.
A light breeze outside and you're wide awake.
Yeah. A light flashes on the wall and I'm like, what was that?
Oh, shit.
And that's exactly what happens. I'm sure there's some noise that accompanies this, but from what we see, a light is flashing on the side of Leto's wall.
It's silent through all of this. Yeah.
It's just silent. And Leto wakes up and he sees this flashing light. And he's like, what's going on
It's
over
like
there?
the reflection of light off of a mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leto is Ada, actually.
Loves that stuff.
So my cat hates reflection of light off of like the phone screen onto the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And she loses her fucking mind whenever she sees that reflection on the ceiling. So
she goes full hunter mode.
Leto, I can just see Leto sitting on the bed just going
just chirping at it. That's what happens when you don't take your Ambien. Or that's what happens when you do take your Ambien. I don't know. I've never taken it.
But he gets up and he goes to investigate.
Yep.
And he's just kind of walking through a hallway and he's looking out the windows and he sees more of this flashing light. It looks like someone's just sitting out there with a flashlight doing like, it's not Morse code, but doing Morse code or like light signals or whatever.
Yeah. It's just a signal light. So earlier in the books, we do get a little bit of a passage where Paul sees Fremen communicating to each other across the desert with these flashing lights.
Which would make sense because
you can't. Hey! Yeah, we don't see them have radios really.
Yeah.
So they communicate with these flashing lights. So it seems like it's, one flash of light and then it kind of sweeps to the side. And then it waits for a couple of seconds and then it flashes again and then sweeps to the side again.
Yeah.
So it almost looked like it's rotating like a lighthouse would be, but not really.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
It's definitely a person that's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
don't see it sweep into frame. You just kind of see it flash. And then the second flash, you can kind of see the light trail off to the side. So it's strange. No, like you said a second ago, no recognizable like Morse code or anything like that.
One if by land, two if by sea.
So it's interesting you say that.
Okay, cool.
So yesterday when I mentioned that Leto was off in some other part of the castle
on his way to go tell Jessica that he wished he married her.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the things that he's doing in that moment is he's reading a message from a Fremen smuggler, and the message is basically like if we know if the Harkonnens are coming in the day, we will send up a column of smoke into the sky. If they're coming at night, we will send up a column of fire. So it is literally like, one of by day, two of by night kind of thing.
Yeah.
That we get from the Fremen, because the Fremen know what's going on. Like they're
not dumb.
Yeah. They anticipate an attack at this point in the book that they've already built it's still tenuous, but some form of alliance with the Atreides and the Fremen. They're not enemies.
Sure. Well, we had that scene with Stilgar. And Leto.
But it's stronger than that in the books.
Sure.
So we get this note, and that's what Leto is reading before he decides to go see Jessica.
Got it.
So yeah, your joke was kind of spot on.
All right, cool. There we go. But yeah, he's just kind of, continuing his search, looking through more windows and stuff in the palace until he hears a grunt in the distance.
Yep, he's walking down the hallway. This, again, okay, so we talked about it yesterday.
Yep.
None of those guards had on their shields.
Correct.
Leto does not have on his shield right now.
Until he sees across the chamber that he's in a body just kind of like shaking on the ground, and he's like,
well, not even then. So he sees the body, and then he taps his communicator and calls for
security.
Yeah, calls for through fear. Doesn't work. Communications have clearly been disabled.
Yeah.
And he says security louder again, like in a normal voice instead of the hushed tone that he said the first sentence in. And then when he hears nothing come back to him, that's when he turns on his shield. Like, buddy, it should have been on the moment you stepped out of that bedroom.
These guys just, their awareness is not all there.
I can maybe give the guards a pass for not having their stuff on, but as paranoid as Leto is,
especially about like Paul and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. He should be living with that shield on. But anyways, okay. So he turns it on.
They can go to the bathroom with the shield on?
No, I don't think so.
So they're just walking around with piss in the shield.
Yeah, I don't know. The velocity of the stream.
The velocity of piss. Might be the velocity of piss too fast for the shield.
Who knows, man?
But shit's good unless it's an explosive diver.
Yeah, that's true.
In which case it's just stuck in the shield.
Yeah. These are the things they don't tell you about. It's not.
See, if they were just wearing a still suit, they wouldn't have to worry because it'd be processed in the thigh pads.
Well, yeah, the Fremen wear theirs pretty much all the time. Not all the time, but pretty much all the time. So he starts to approach this body that's laying on the ground, and that's where the minute ends.
Yeah.
Right there. We don't get to see who it is today. But
he reaches for the body.
Yeah, he's right there, but we still don't know who it is in terms of the movie. We know who it is, but we don't. The movie doesn't know. Has not revealed to us who this body is just yet. So, that's what a cliffhanger.
What a twist.
I think I said most of my my book analogies already. The only note that I had here is like Leto's not asleep in the books when all this stuff happens. He's off in the other room. So, still following the same beats, a little bit out of order, a little bit different settings, but still following the same plot lines, which is great. Anything else from you on this one?
I don't really have anything. Nothing that we haven't said already. I mean, Leto's dumb for not having his shield on all the time.
Yep.
But as we'll find out soon enough, shield wouldn't have been too effective anyway.
Spoilers.
You'll have to come back tomorrow for more.
All right, cool. If you'd like to reach out to us, we are on Instagram, Twitter, and Gmail. Instagram is at the Dune Minute. Twitter is Dune Minute. And then Gmail is duneminute@gmail.com. Reach out to us if you'd like. Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow for the next minute.
With a little more Dune.
Yep. All right. See you then.
See you later.